Hello, greetings. I've been reporting. This is about harassment here. I start abusing, and that goes again, and it shouldn't go against me because I've said please cooperate, good people, and don't aggravate the situation of mine, my condition, because there are these demons attacking me, and then you see I don't have a choice. I get out of control. So much negative. It's self torture here for me because they're making me torture myself. I can't get rid of those terrible thoughts, and then I start saying things uh, verbally to myself here, and it doesn't stop. The nights I've been tortured, right? And now they're saying that God knows what this Ali Shah. I'm also afraid that they're saying about Ruqayya Abbas Gokul that she was the one who arranged in London, 1976 the bomb blast in Ideal Home Exhibition, Earl's Court, Samira Auntie. And so it's coming back to me, all that, and now being older, like, seeing this, how many people injured, lost their limbs, things like that. One lady died, and later on, this Ruqayya Abbas Gokul, and it was her daughter, Sukaina, she's in Dubai. So, spoiled brat or something, very spoiled, covert narcissist from birth. She made me on Fauzi auntie's wedding, her auntie's wedding, her aunt's wedding, spilled the coke accidentally on her wedding dress. We were sitting down, so the children we were moving, oh, let this, let this. It was my coke, and it spilled accidentally by me from my side. So I was so embarrassed, I didn't say anything. That was my bad and all this, really. Um, she, the subtly saying, later on, Fauzi auntie had an accident. She lost a leg. So they're telling me. So I didn't want to bring rifts between, but now, no. It's not because I never I want to bring peace and all this, never wanted to, I'm not like that ever. But now they're telling me, do you realize, like, the children's, I was a child too, like, she's just 1 year younger than me. Shahudi is my age. We were all sitting on the floor. Oh God, do you realize that she made you do it? It was, and it wasn't your carelessness. Put it well. Acha. Oh, so the accident was arranged. Fauziya aunties, Fauziya Gokul's, Mustafa uncle's sister's accident was arranged in America. Oh my God. By Ruqayya Abbas Gokul, in which she lost a leg. Oh my God. So I don't know how many people they know. Okay, it's been a long time, but I'm like kind of panicked. Okay, just about this Ali Shah ex-Muslim. Why isn't YouTube taking action? I've reported many of his comments in the previous live streams when he's come. For some days, I wasn't coming here at this time earlier on, so then now he's been coming. I've reported numerous comments of his, as harassment and all. But he's not blocked from my YouTube. Please be careful also, America. You see, now they're telling me that they can do a lot. The jury in Abbas Gokul's case in Old Bailey Court, two of them lost their health and had to retire, leave the case. Two juries, and so if the third one or something, then the case would have been closed. Rukaiya Abbas Gokul. Yeah, they make you. And the Gujarati girl in our hostel, somehow they reached her and made her call spirits. And so that was very scary for me. I was all alone. Then when I opened the Quran, yeah, meningitis case too, so I said all this. Please take action. Please be vigilant, be like this, all right? Because we don't want accidents, people losing their limbs and all. Shahudi saved us. I don't know how. Shahudi was like, Mama, let's go, Mama, let's go. Now I was hearing voices that stop repeating, Mama, let's go, Mama, let's go. And they won't allow, it's like mental torture if I'm alone. When this comes on, oof, it's such a stubborn energy, makes me say such bad things. I'm like, I couldn't imagine I would say these things, and it's so dirty and so bad, and also the way it takes my energy towards mental, my being is traumatized, tortured. Please take action. So I do my part. Please, authorities concerned, please be more vigilant. Do your part. Thank you so much. We don't want. So it was my duty. Now it's not. Ooh, they're not. Devi, Zahra, Rukaiya Paskokal arranged for the bomb blast in Ideal Home Exhibition, 27th March, 1976. Okay, my mind has been blocked, that's why the memory, I can't put a broken way. But this time when Devi comes, I can literally see Wikipedia, 27th March, 1976. So they block my mind and I become slow and struggle to remember. And broken, disabled way talking. This is Devi telling. Shahudi saved us, but we couldn't save the people there, which we knew that this would. Oh my God, my mother is. I can see her in my vision. So I called out to my mother, just calling out in London in my hostel room, Amma, twice, and it went to her in Karachi. The voice carried. She told me when I went back, things like that, right? So please be careful. These people thereafter, they even Lady Diana. Like they brought after I left after I left Karachi American School, separation with Mr. Shah, it was really depressing. Hell, after Lady Diana's death, I fell in a depression mode of that kind, very sick depression that I had. Over the years, the pain was not leaving me. So, Lady Diana's accident, Dodi, and because Abbas Gogol's case, the wife wanted to get London, UK. She got Lady Diana in France. Yeah, there are some signs when I went to Meflish across in 1997. Accident. So, it's like, you see Lady Diana and written in her book that they want to kill me, suspecting her husband, or, you see? So I also come suspecting my father, someone else, this one, that. Unbelievable. What they're telling me, although there's a good force sometimes comes over, but most of the times it's evil force. I don't have a choice to do good or bad. I just, they, controlling me. But this, they're saying that Ruqayya Pascal also made Lady Diana. Oh, this is, so they take the opportunity. It's like this person is seeing. Really, my aunt met a Wali Allah friend in Karachi. He said, I've never been to like my house. And he said, I can tell you where is her, this room, bathroom, her mother, parents' room, downstairs, where's the kitchen. I can draw the whole thing, seeing through, see through from like this Wali, friend of Allah, that my aunt found. Then they started to attack his kidneys. He ended up in a wheelchair in Aga Khan. He used to end up emergency because they were attacking his kidneys and all because he wanted to help us. Uh, Kidneys. He ended up, used to end up in a wheelchair in emergency Aga Khan Hospital, Karachi. So, that way people, you can see through there's this power they have to see through exact things, where in the room this is kept, what is kept, father's room, like that. Yeah, so that's what he was telling my aunt. And he was telling my aunt that it's all that, a lot of things, but for now, it's, I can't say suspect. They're saying actually Ruqayya Baskov did it. Now, how to stop these people? I'm no expert at this. I'm doing my best. How can we stop like this Ali Shah coming like this? You may think, okay, this is mild, but it can grow into, this is unacceptable. I'm already traumatized, and you should know how to. This is wicked. For me, this is wicked. This person should be fined or, put. Like maybe I would never allow such a person if I was if I, owned land or city, if I was the president, prime minister. I would get to this man like, and even a mother, if I was a mother of such a son, I would disown him. I would take action. Never are you supposed to hurt a woman. disrespect a woman, even if the woman disrespects you, you don't disrespect a woman. That's my son. That's the a decent son that I wanted to bring up. And so, not like the son that this teacher of St. Joseph's College has brought up. Also, and what a miserable, wretched mother. Shame on you. Like Rukaiya Babi is, sorry, I shouldn't. Which Bala hai? Bala Babi kya hai? Bala terrorist. पूरी लंदन को लेडी डायना को एक्सीडेंट करवा के ऐसी wicked बला. Sorry, we have these very vulgar. अपना घर बना के. So, God, this is. Yeah, and you know, Abbas गोकुल का fault नहीं है. उसकी बहन, उनकी बहन को भी married to my mother's relative, went to America. Accident करवा दिया. Why her? Huh? So I think Sukaina and Fozia auntie liked because their niece and aunt. Oh God, why for? I don't know. Anyways, this Rukaiya Basko, she's Indian Muslim. So you remember the scoop ice cream the first time you used to go to first time you went to her roots? She offered you in the kitchen a scoop ice cream, right? That scoop spoon. So that's why Hasad Khan pudding dessert. Maybe that burger fast food restaurant on our skirt didn't have ice cream. Also, there's this sign, 1997, an Trinidadian Hindu and Pathan, British, Pakistani original, gave me because the bomb blast scare at Motors also, they were trying to tell me something. Earl's Court, you see, we went to Earl's Court. So it's about the bomb blast long time ago also, in my childhood. And then at Mehfil Sheikh Rasan, Lady Diana. It was 3rd September 1997. बेटा मैं भीख नहीं मांगना. The man approached me. So those who lost their limbs, was there a man now in 1997? How old would he be? He said to me, he was very kind, very, like when he came in our car, I was missing my principal and it went away in the night. I was feeling so light, like someone had removed all those thoughts of the grief, everything. I was so light, like an angel we had helped. Oh, came in the car, or we thought I later on started to think it's Hazrat Khizr. So it has to do the date, Lady Diana accident. She was. They don't care. Gulf air crash. They don't care. 1983. Pudding. You remember the ice cream scoop? Ruqayya Abbas ko. That's why Asad Khan bought the pudding, one scoop, like in that pack. Like you have these packed caramel cream mousse grocery stores. You get like that one. Oh, but it wasn't an ice cream. And then he threw it in the dust. And so they told me to go back to 1976 bomb blast where we were. And a child my age, my friend, made her mother leave. And we all had to leave. And then the bomb blast took place. She wouldn't stop. She would keep telling Samira auntie, her mother, Mama, let's go home, Ma, let's go. Can you believe this? It's beyond rational thinking. And then Askari uncle called. I think then my father's brother was in the house. Then they said, or something, I don't know. Anyways, I think Askari uncle called Samira auntie's husband to say that this thing has happened. We weren't allowed to watch TV news or anything. Jyoti and I were together. They were still with us in the house. We came back to our place and said, oh my God, I said. So because my mother heard my voice exact, and then I was like, Suhair Habib passed away, Shahudi's husband. So Sakun auntie's son. I was there and I was watching the mother standing. They meet, standing alone for a long time, meeting each and every person who had come to condole them for condolences for Zuhair Habib. So I just couldn't see it I saw the mother standing there and I was the last person then. I made myself go last to her because I wanted to stand there. So she said, my baby, twice to me, and she hugged me. I think she also realized that I was feeling like that, it was, what a mother. So I was told the Gokul family, Habib family, they stand when they meet the people who come to condole them. So my baby seal song, and twice calling out to my mother from London, my voice carried to her in Karachi without any telephone, anything. So it has to do with Zuhair Habib's. I've had it. Yeah, so Samira auntie, when she was alive, her illness, when she said, I'm on steroids, I was like, I also need steroids inside. I was in the car with my father outside Khalik Dinner Hall. It was Muharram nights, much less one of them. Bone problem. So she told my father about the steroids, and I was like, I don't think I need any herbal sedative. I should, or Somina from Hamdard. I think I should take steroids for my my bones start to hurt and all this. This happens, they say, if, jinns, they like the bones. When we're told the food for jinns is when we have meat, chicken meat, anything, The bones, should be left for the jinns. Someone used to tell us because the jinns like the bones. So they can do this, what do you call that in English? The calling of spirits and killing people, or, they can give you bone problems. Not, so the cancer, I don't know how they give you through the spirits, calling of the spirits and all. Necromancy. Yeah, it's called necromancy. So with that, so they're very clever at this. Very, they know how to cover their uh, completely. Like it will go on someone else, someone suspecting someone else. They're here. In fact, they'll make you believe like you know someone is after you. So in this way, it's very difficult to collect proper evidence. So like that, it's very difficult. Okay. It's Ruqayya, Abbas Gokul's wife, Ruqayya, got Lady Diana and Dodi killed. It was not anyone from the British, UK, from the royal family. And very like a torture. The way gaslighting. Sukaina, also from childhood. Covert narcissist. So they say कि बला बला की जबान काली होती है. I'm really sorry. Oh God. So it's this. It was not you, not even your carelessness. It was the children who quick. And one of them was Sukaina there, right? Sitting on the floor. Ajay, this is back to someone's. I don't. No, no. Didn't you think that someone had that one of the children? थोड़ा सा subtle. Pay attention. There. Khalik uncle's wedding. Reminding you. Someone's ill. Bachchi. Maybe your friend Sukaina. I really. I'm sorry, I can't stop this. Yes, it's coming and then it goes away. It's like it wasn't my carelessness. Like it's like someone made me do this. Spill the bottle, Coke bottle, Coke. I mean the bottle dropped and mm, to, थोड़ा सा और ध्यान. So a little more. I am not 100. But they're telling me that it wasn't even your carelessness, it was someone else's, some other child, yeah. Uh, uh, but I, no, yes, I have to go now. Thank you. Uh, Please be careful. Even Shias, huh? Um, Shia, Ruqayya Babi, the Sayyid, I mean, I can't say that these people, they give bank, they've still they're rich, so they give a lot of money and there are Shia corruptors, criminals. Also, the Ruqayya Abbas Gokul. Very and a lot of sources and people they know, and they reach and they pay, and they get these things done. They can spread all over the world. My someone did tell me that this bala is all over the world. You know, like the BCCI, you can see they had their banks, there's clients and bank in some corner of the world also. So they फैले हुए हैं और बहुत लोग को पे कर रहे हैं बाय करके फिर the works तो Shia who are relate तो मैं कह रही थी ये like कुछ ये criminals हैं ये रुकैया अब्बास गोगो के ऐसे है ना तो लंदन लंदन सैयद यूसुफ जैदी थोड़ा अभी बता रहे थे खालिद कमाल के उधर के उधर वो निकाल रहे हैं जुलूस बाहर और ये वो ऐसा ना तो ये like I was someone was here very ziddy coming here you'll see in London we'll make it Islamic Muslim I thought he was a Sunni but please don't let one of my Shia friends was telling me that sorry to burst your bubble that someone in Lahore had charged them, told them that Sayyid the Shia did this jadoo on you and give us like half a lakh. They wanted like, and there wasn't any. तो वो like 70 lakh rupees या क्या मांग रहा था. And then she told me, my Shia friend, that sorry to burst your bubble, ये सब ऐसे हमारे लाइक इधर ये सैयद शिया ऐसे लाहौर में so I was like huh she said yeah sorry to burst your bubble like that she told me sorry तो ऐसे ऐसे हमारे शिया भी ऐसे हैं और कुछ नहीं हुआ कुछ अच्छा कुछ असर अच्छा नहीं like as if the magic was removed black magic and all this from the family oh God तो वैसे कहते हैं कि ये ब्लैक मैजिक से मेंटल हेल्थ ख़राब बिल्कुल हाँ मेंटल हेल्थ कर देते हैं फिज़िकल भी ऑल दिस अटैक एंड वो जो ज्वेलरीज अब्बास गोगल के ओल्ड बेली के आई मीन अब्बास गोगल के केस में जो थे वो दो तो lost their health and had to leave the case like that तो हेल्थ वेल्थ को ख़राब कर देते हैं तो ये है अब रैशनल गॉड तो अभी रिसेंटली वो बता रहे थे कि लंदन में भी या पता नहीं विंस्टर विंसर विंसर यूके में ये शिया रोडों पे बाहर जुलूस और मातम और पता नहीं जंजीरें एंड दिस इज़ लाइक सेल्फ दिस इज़ तो उनका ख्याल रखना चाहिए कि ये नहीं होना चाहिए बाहर दिस इज़ लाइक सेल्फ इन्फ्लिक्शन ऑफ पेन क्या बोलते हैं ये अच्छा नहीं है दूसरे नहीं समझते हैं अच्छा तो जैसे एक दफ़ा मेरे एक प्रीस्ट के पास में जा रही थी तो कह रहे थे कि अज़ा खान ज़हरा कुछ he sleeps early he sleeps at around 9-10 o'clock तो वो कह रहा था ये आपकी पूरा पता नहीं मुहर्रम सफ़र रातों को 12-12 बजे लाउड स्पीकर पे चलता है क्या तो प्लीज़ जाके रिक्वेस्ट करो है कि मैं तो नहीं कर सकती हूँ ये सॉरी फादर या ना तो ये है प्रॉब्लम हमारी कहीं कहीं हेलो सलाम M16 has come. I'm very scared. अच्छा alaikum assalam. Thank you for being here. Abhi, what would you like to see? Your royal self. Um, whether you're. Can you tell me? You can't tell me whether you're Pakistani or what. The if you know Arabic, are you? Is Arabic your mother tongue? Okay, so आप ना मुझे लगता है आप अरबिक नहीं हैं, अरब नहीं हैं, तो आप मेरे प्रीवियस लाइव स्ट्रीम को देखें, अच्छा होगा, राइट? इट विल बी गुड. The M16, you came back. I thought you left. I said, please leave, but don't waste your time here. Don't be disrupted by someone like Alicia. Keep up the good work. Oh, thank you so much. But the M16, normally I would ignore these things, right? लेकिन it's serious. It could be serious. और वो आता है ऐसी ऐसी गैस लाइटिंग. I've tried to. मेरी तबीयत ठीक नहीं है ना, मैं जैसे फिर गाली वाली दे दूँ, तो प्लीज़ कोऑपरेट. अब ऐसे you see, if you tell me don't be distracted, I'm thank you so much for saying that my work is good. तो अली शाह तो आके ताने देता है कि you don't have anyone listening to you and all this. But if I can get through to you and help you, okay, I will. I can't try my best. You see, I don't have a choice. मेरी तबीयत, my demons attacking me. Self torture होता है. They're mental, not physical. I don't hate physical. तो वो मुझे torture कर रहे हैं इधर, molest कर करके मेरी हालत खराब कर दी. It's assault, mental, physical. So I can't stop what the bad words and the bad behavior. So if people would cooperate, it's better. Another thing is I cannot say properly. I need an expert in saying this. Ali Shah, ये शिया था, ये बहुत लाइक हमारा, इट्स आवर ड्यूटी कि ऐसे ऐसे शिया, ये क्या, ये अगर if I was a mother, really I would no, a mother, he should be stopped. I will even if I try my best, I get distracted and disrupted by him. Sorry, huh? So I try my best, but I can't. At times I lose it, Mera. Even a normal person, he can drive crazy if they were, with him. So please see to it that he gets stopped. इसकी माँ वाँ को बुलाएं, कुछ करें. ऐसे हम इग्नोर करेंगे ना, जैसे कराची में ये इग्नोर किया, वो फिर तो ये लोग सर पूरा आके वो don't ignore these things, take it seriously. नहीं, कुछ हम माफ़ कर देते हैं, इग्नोर कर देते हैं, हर चीज़ इग्नोर कर दी, राइट? इतना इग्नोर किया, माफ़ किया, छोड़ दो, या लाइक ऐसा. अब थोड़ा the way they do you realize M16 by saying calm down, I would calm down. Do you realize that Ali Shah is what he's doing here to a mentally challenged person? How many times he comes here? I've been reporting his comments. He's still able to come here. मेरी कंट्री में अगर ऐसा ये हैवान से बदतर है, मैं तो इसको इस पे take the first step, not cut hands. समझे? Cut hand. I would just tell him, okay, I would deport. I would just not give him. I would strip his nationality away. You are not from my country, not from my land. No woman should be harassed. No girl should be harassed. No woman should be harassed. Not in my country. Leaders must get up, do something now. It will not be tolerated. देखिए bullying and all this what got, in Karachi also online. I will not take a man bullying a woman. I will take steps if I'm there to do something about this. Be serious, work like this. Nip it in the bud so that we don't have to, Islam is a cut hands and all this. Realize how serious, how many times he's come here? He could do this to someone else also, like he has no feelings. इसकी माँ कहाँ है? But thank you so much for good work. I'm quite surprised that you're saying this. So M16, I was saying that, oh God, there's some work happening here, and so I have to go. Sorry about the background sound. Thank you so much. Please take action. Since you're here, if you can hear me, if you're not distracted by the background sound, please listen to it's a M16. I'm sorry last time. I got sorry about what I said and all this. I wasn't in my, I was very disturbed by this Ali Shah. So I don't want to abuse or anyone. I just want to kindly, nicely. So please see the religion where in the foundation for your own good, and realize that this is not good for the people or for you also to hang on to a religion which has not secured you completely with complete evidence for it. So be honest and see the doubts that I had when I was a Shia, and the questions I had were not fulfilled. On one hand this, on the other hand this. This religion from the Quran ayats fails in its foundation. So when the foundation is bad, the building will wobble, building stories will wobble and fall one day. And they're falling, and they will cause damage to not only those who are living in it, but, surrounding it. Like they broke the houses. You don't realize, you see, the Shias don't realize, then they're crying for, mourning, actually, seriously, mourning. When the moment I realized that these slave girls were allowed, I don't know how the Shias take those slave girls who fell into the hands of Sahabas. How many? So it's a long story short. Like, okay, let me just cut that. Slave girls, right? At least in Prophet Muhammad's time, wartime, slave girls, what your right hand says, married slave girls. And then you're crying for Bibi Zainab's chadar snatched, right? I'm not saying don't cry. I'm saying just know that it's how just are you in doing that? When houses are broken, here, houses are broken, right? Surah Hasharats you've seen, I've shown you. The foundation of this is that by the permission of Allah, you were saying, Allah, when Allah says, do not make partners with me, He doesn't say, by the permission of me, you can have partners. Does He say that in that ayat? Does He say, don't have partners, but by my permission, you can have partners with me? No, He doesn't say that when that ayat says, unforgivable it is. So थोड़ा सा कम so since you have given me this compliment, good work, I see that there's a light in you. You take the effort to come here. Now, when I go to Christian Prince and say I'm getting knowledge for knowledge, but once I gather for gathering. What do I mean? If like I don't understand Trinity, so I went to the Christian channel where you live streams to understand Trinity for that information. But if there is another Bible verse that or the main from the Trinity to this to that, right? Connection. Maybe I understood the Trinity and I don't agree with it. But why do I not agree with it? Is that I made connection, and the main point. I reached the point where I reached the root cause of this, and I said it's wrong. Christianity at the root cause is wrong about freedom of will and all that. So I chained, I connected. But now I have a reason, I have evidence, I gave them the evidence, right? So it's not only her understand for knowledge you come here. That's very great of you. I don't know how to be diplomatic, but I'll be very blunt. But please, knowledge is there for a reason. That one day you have to make a conclusion, right? You have to draw a conclusion from that knowledge you've gathered, gained. And then, like suppose, from that knowledge, now, debate, like you said, what is the debate for? That I'm right and you're wrong? No. The debate is whoever has the good reasons, the reason evidence, provides evidence against the other party and the ideology or whatever. So they become what? The winners, right? In the debate. Who wins? There's a win and a lose also in the debate. Since you last time said, let's debate. So are you coming here for debate or are you coming here to gain knowledge and just not debate? So you're also contradicting yourself. You see, I don't go to Christian Prince or debates to debate. I go to get the knowledge, gather it, then do my research, whether this is true or false, and then apply that. and reach a conclusion about it. Right? So one thing I said right is that you said, let's have a debate. And then you said, I come here for knowledge. You see yourself, what is the reason for debate? And then how you say that I'm knowledge, I may not agree, I don't agree with you, but I'm learning. I just come here to learn knowledge, but gain knowledge, you said debate. So when I gave you reasons, you have to then, simple reasons that I showed you, you don't have that, you didn't give me that full, you just said by the permission of Allah. That's not enough to back that reasons that I've shown you. Reasons I've shown you from Quran ayats, right? And the implied and what's not implied, and so how shall I say it? Logical deduction I used from the ayats together. So when Allah is telling the polytheists and you all that there are no partners with me, meaning it's unforgivable sin, meaning there are no unforgivable sin to have partners with me, meaning there are no partners with me even by my permission. You see, I have not sent down any authority. Abraham said to his polytheists that did God send authority? Was he making a statement? It meant, what does it mean? That God did not send any authority for partners to be associated with him. So then you see what you do is you take the then polytheists, then how step by step, right? So maybe I jumped or something, but Christianity says that, I mean, this is implied that Jesus Christ, from Surah Rum 40, when the how shall I when it was told to the polytheists that God creates, gives providence, provides, gives death, and gives life. Are there any of your partners who can do this? So even polytheists are Christians are included now in polytheists, right? So are there any of your partners who can do this? God says to them in Surah Rum 40. And then he said, and then Ali Imran verse 49 says, Jesus Christ says, I give I give life to the dead. Right? So he's got one of the attributes of Allah, which makes him a partner with Allah. So by the permission of Allah, here fails. Right? Even by the permission of Allah, because to the polytheists, God has never said by my permission. Okay, you can, even to you Muslims, God has not said by my permission you can have partners. Where directly does it say that? In the Quran ayat. Huh? By my permission. So here there's a contradiction, and Jesus Christ is partner with Allah. If you take Surah Rum ayat 40. And so to tell you that even the polytheists believed in Allah and said, by the permission of Allah, we believe that they're idols and our partners can do this. But it doesn't cover that. And there's a long explanation on that I've given in my one of my previous live streams today. Now tell me, whether of course, by the permission of Allah. Otherwise, why would they worship? Even in Surah Zumar, these awliyas, we are told, polytheists worship. Why? Satan, they worship Satan. But their niyat is that they bring us near to Allah. Their intention is what counts, right? It is what is in your heart is what counts. Surah Azab ayat 4 or 5. You made an error. Many, many things like this, and you are not understanding. I mean, many contradictions in the Quran. And Surah Azab, oh God. So many contradictions in the Quran, like Surah Mujadila ayat 2 against Surah Azab ayat 6, the Umm al-Mu'mineen. And you cannot, why do you call them mothers and all this? No one can be your mothers except those who give birth. Then why does Allah make? You see, Allah, even when Allah makes, you see, I'm telling you, I'm Allah. I'm telling you not to have coffee. And I'm telling my believers, you can have coffee. Is that right? Would that be a true God, even? Jump to the conclusion. No, it's hypocritical. I've made a law. It should be consistent. I should be consistent. I cannot tell you one thing and tell the believers another thing. God doesn't even like that, we are told in Surah Saf. O believers, do not say what you do not do. Also this, right? Okay, do not say what you do not do. Most hateful is in the eyes of Allah that you say what you do not do. Or what the hypocrites say and all that. You cannot, Allah cannot contradict himself. You see, that's why Allah says in the Quran, if there are much contradictions. In fact, if there was one contradiction in the Quran ayat, it would not be from Allah. It would be from other than Allah. That's what God has said. Now there are many, many contradictions I found. Like Hazrat Yahya. The Quran ayat say that he was chaste. He never went near a woman. Right? And then the Quran ayat says that the Christians practice this monasticism. But they practice, some of them practice it, they follow what Hazrat Yahya did, John the Baptist did. If you want to be exclusively, of course, Christians also get married, but some of their people, priests, Catholic priests and nuns, don't get married. All this. Yet Hazrat Yahya was chaste, and this ayat in the Quran, meaning, you know what it means, that Hazrat Yahya practiced monasticism, that some of the Christians practice. Now, even if you say that do you obliterate those ayats, well, you can't blame the Christians for practicing something Hazrat Yahya practiced himself. Can you? Many, many such contradictions in the Quran. Omissions, errors. I'm not a medical person. The sperm comes from where? So I can't explain that, but maybe one day I will reach that medical point. I'll go to a doctor, ask, give me evidence. I'll get photocopies of those, and then I will come here. Just wait. I'm not finished. The sun doesn't even set, let alone setting in murky waters. Why is God giving metaphors? Even if some Muslims say he's giving metaphors, then at least on one hand he could have explained very clearly, because the ayats say we have explained, we have given ayats are evidences, signs of Allah. The sun doesn't set. I had to tell myself when I heard from Abdullah Samir, an apostate prophet, first of all from Sri Sri Ravi Shankarji also, that the sun, we just say it like that, but the sun doesn't set. And I'm sitting here, Zahra, now listening to Abdullah Samir. Do you realize how ignorant you have been? Oh, I started to laugh at myself also then. Oh my God, you think, talk like this to myself. Zahra, the sun doesn't set. It's futile to say that the sun sets in murky waters, using it as a metaphor. What's the use of using metaphors when you say that in poet, that Muslim friend I asked, then why do you think that the surah is against poets? Because they mislead you, right, through their metaphorical, poetic ways. Metaphors also, they mislead you. They misguide you. So why is Allah using a metaphor that will mislead you? That the sun sets in murky waters, and haven't explained the sun never sets. But this was a metaphor, and I was being like those poets whom I condemn in Surah Poet or some other ayat also. These poets are wayward. What was the answer of my Muslim friend? At least in this, she got it right. But against the Shias, then. But you see, I wanted to see if her logic is. Let's see. I gave her that this thing. Right? I asked her. So why do you think? Like I played dumb. Why do you think? Because I wanted her. Let's see what she says. Right. So she was like, because the poets mislead. They use metaphor in the poetry. So this metaphor God has used in the Quran is misleading. It's not scientifically true. It's not true in reality, forget. But science has told us, right? The sun never sets. Even Sri Sri Ravi Shankarji said. The Hindu guru. I was 50 years old or something, telling myself, Zara, the sun doesn't set. He was like, oh, sun setting. God has used a metaphor. Read Surah Shu'ara, Surah Poets. Why God condemns poets. They go into imagery, and that's how they mislead you. God has said. God himself has said this in the Quran. But maybe there are some good poets. So by using metaphors, God should at least not have done this. What other contradictions and all this in the Quran? Many omissions. Many contradictions, like ask those who know if you do not know. So there's a contradiction on that too. Like I explained why you shouldn't be asking ones who know if you do not know. And then God says use reason. Reasons come okay from for the beginning, for the beginners who would come to Islam. But then later on, if the Muslims say, I was like, I didn't comment somewhere live stream, but the Muslim was telling that, oh yes, Ahmed, ex-Muslim, that Quran and my mind I use. But then there's certain things he didn't know. So Ahmed, ex-Muslim, just said, you are not a Muslim. Taka band, khatam. How many times? And you know why he's not a Muslim? Because a Muslim is told in the Quran ayats, ask those who know if you do not know. And you're saying, I use the Quran? So then use the Quran properly. You have to ask those. Who are those who ask those? God says, El Zikr. Who are those? There are many such contradictions in the Quran. You don't see. Reason used in the beginning for who want to come in Islam, who want to, if you want to see this is a true religion or something. But then you can't always be using your reason for the Quran. The Quran itself didn't come with reason. The Quran didn't come in the mind of Prophet. Even the Quran didn't come in the mind of Prophet. It came in the heart of Prophet, qalb, which is not aqal, which is not fu'ad. So tell us when to use reason and when to drop it and use our hearts. And then the Holy Spirit should, because God intervenes between a man and his heart, right? Not his mind, not his aqal. And so you will go on like this and you don't realize, but you don't have that certainty about religion. Be honest with yourself and see this. M16. And then have the courage to choose the right path, the true path, and leave this false path. If there is uncertainty, doesn't matter. That path you have taken does not guarantee you, does not lie to you, does not give you a mirage in the desert, like it's water, but you come to it, it's a mirage. So it's better to choose uncertainty than to choose certainty, yaqeen in religion, this religion, I would say. You understand? My prayer is may you see it, be honest with yourself, and then have the courage. And you don't have all the answers. You don't understand the Quran fully. Do you think a 9-year-old who is told that now you are eligible, a girl, Muslim 9-year-old, understands the whole Quran? That you're telling a 9-year-old you are eligible now? What about these protruded breasts, voluptuous women? What nonsense. On the other hand, if my Shia little sister goes to Majlis, Imam Sajjad could not hear the voice of the ladies, and then show her she's reading the Quran, right? Who's teaching her? Not a male, a female, right? And comes a protruded breast. With protruded breasts, you will get. What's the use of these protruded breasts in the Quran? Huh? Is there any say that these women will have good manners like Ahlul Bayt have? Shia say, not the Jews. Jews were great in manners, not these Ahlul Bayt they just copied. So have they not traveled through the earth in a hearts but which to reason blinded which are within the breast? No. Where is that ayat with protruded breast? 73. Voluptuous women. What is the use of having voluptuous? What kind of a religion is this? Huh? Do parda. Cover yourselves. Why is God wanting to give you voluptuous women in paradise or heaven? Did Imams not get voluptuous women here? Cover yourselves here. You will get What? Just because you didn't get a woman who is voluptuous, here you will get voluptuous women in paradise. What kind of a really this is? What is this really? Right? Getting voluptuous women. Um, Alicia ex-Muslim, behave yourself here, please. I've timed you out and I've complained against you. Huh? M16, where are you? Voluptuous women. What's the use of voluptuous women? I don't think paradise is even, it has, your desires will go on. It has no desire. God says, fight your desires here, just, or inordinate desires. And what is voluptuous women in paradise? Also, they said this is crazy. This is not right. See, heaven, heavenly, forever. What would heaven be for someone? No body, no desire, one with God. We don't need to live in heaven having protruded breasts, having bodies. Right? Just one with God. One something, one being, without any form, formless, without any desire, desireless. We don't need to enjoy anything. heaven should not be full of pleasure. You see, every pleasure has pain, but okay, Allah can make it pleasurable forever without giving us the pain. Here we have, with every pleasure, pain. Turn around, it's the other side. The other side to pleasure is pain. There you're saying the laws will be different. It will be eternal pleasures and no boredom. Repetition, 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 repetition. Voluptuous breath, brother, and having sex with them, enjoying them. अभी उनके ब्रेस्ट को छोड़ दो तो अभी छोड़ दो छोड़ दो ये क्या है? Just be one. You have not estimated God the way that it should be estimated. Please be one with God. Find nearness to Him. Be one with Him, and be formless. Not वो अपने माँ जैसे कहते हैं ना बच्चा अपनी माँ के ब्रेस्ट को छोड़ता नहीं है अगर बहुत ये अपने ओह गॉड दैट्स लाइक माय जैसे कहते हैं जैसे माय फादर जोक करते हैं ना कि ये देखो ये ऐसा है अपने माँ के जैसे बच्चा अपनी माँ के ब्रेस्ट को छोड़ता नहीं ब्रेस्ट फीडिंग voluptuous breasts in heaven. What kind of a joke has he played with us? It should be desireless, formless, mind. When the mind is not there, where do the soul is prone to evil, this and that, okay. But I think I still, like, there would just be the face of Allah. What is Wajh Allah? That's it. Nothing will remain. There's a ayat, right? Nothing will remain. Nothing will remain. Really? Now even heaven and hell will not nothing will remain except the face of Allah. Quran ayat. When will this be? Huh? There is no deity except Him. Everything will be destroyed. Everything. Even heaven except His face. His is the judgment and to Him you will be returned. Okay, so on you know what is the face of your Lord? Owner of majesty, thy Lord of might and glory. Surah Rahman, ayat 27. I have to look into this ayat and see if it is how I should, if it has contradictions again. So even heaven and earth and heaven were made, right? So is there a Surah 55, ayat 27. You will not have voluptuous women, and there will remain the face of your Lord, honor of majesty and honor. Jalal ikram, 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 ikram. Jalal Rabbika wajhu. Now, do you need breasts? Do you need women? Men? Boys? Passing goblets? Offering you drinks? I mean, this, Have you ever wondered what is desireless? God has no need, right? Why not become like God? Huh? Imam Hussain has said, please behave yourself. Ali Shah Ex-Muslim. I'm going to, if you're going to comment here again, I will. Why doesn't YouTube use action against him? Jealous man. And there will remain the face of your Lord. What does this mean? No. What does this also mean? The ayat before. Everyone on earth perishes. Okay, on earth, everyone who is it on? Who is it on? What? No, let me see. Which of the favors of your Lord will you twain? What is this? It doesn't say, i.e., the earth, right? Everyone who it is on will perish. Who is everyone on? Or what is this on everyone? Huh? You understand? Will your 9-year-old understand? Will my 9-year-old understand? Will I, as a 9-year-old, understand where wajib or fard? If you're Sunni, namaz is fard on you. If you're Shia, wajib. Same thing, just used in a different word. Use for it. Now they put I. All that is on earth will perish. عليها من كل من عليها فانين फना हो जाएंगे. On it, everyone who on it is will perish on earth. Okay, this I may be wrong on earth, but God on it. Acha, everyone on earth will perish, i.e. earth. Sometimes it says everything will perish. You know? There was a translation. Where's that translation? These translations? Everything will perish, save the face of Allah. Maybe this of face of Allah. On it, it's in 28, Surah Qasas, Ayat 88. I found it. You see this? Another ayat. Wherever you turn, there's the face of Allah. Everything will perish save His face. The meaning being, whatsoever is on it, no, that's from Surah Rahman. But now we are Surah Qasas, ayat 88. Surah Qasas, ayat 88. Let's see, Quran.com. And do not invoke with Allah, call on any other than Allah, God other. There is no God except Him. Everything Shayan, everything Kulli Shayan will be destroyed except His face. You see now this. Oh, this would mean even heaven is destroyed. It says everything will be destroyed except His face. You won't have voluptuous women. Right? Will a 9-year-old understand? How unjust you will be to your 9-year-old. Thank God I don't have a daughter or a child, 9-year-old, when she doesn't understand the Quran fully. How long does it take for you when you go to Najaf or Qum or to a madrasa? No, a real, like studying it thoroughly, understanding it. And you're telling your child or your sister, 9-year-old, wajib, now you have become eligible, pray namaz. That's also very unfair. She doesn't understand the Quran fully. So please see this M16. So many unanswered questions ahead, which no Maulana can give me. No Imam can give. No Imam care to give me. This Hazir Nazir Imam. I've prayed, beseeched. You're telling your 9-year-old, become a good Muslim, pray, now it's eligible. She can hardly understand the Quran, I tell you. At 9, I would not understand this Quran. And some Muslims come here telling me you should have had formal education on this. Please be kind and fair to your 9-year-old children, girls, Muslims. They don't understand the Quran. Point. Anything else? M16. Allama Rashid Turabi said, Yaqeen. Doubt is disease of the heart, mind, soul. Yaqeen. His majlis on Yaqeen. So you see, 9-year-old, but this doesn't understand. Where are you taking us to Yaqeen? And that doubts are disease. Oh, God. And this is okay. Your 9-year-old doesn't understand the Quran. She's become eligible to pray 5 times a day. Her obligatory prayers. This is unjust, and Islam is based upon justice. So many contradictions, so many terrible, terrible. So please don't do this to your children and leave this religion. Right? Okay? Thank you so much. God bless you. Have a wonderful day. I'm 16. Beautiful day. Always. And leave what is false behind. Embrace a new beginning.